What is happening, everyone? So I'm gonna be sharing what I eat for breakfast from Monday through until Friday. So I've got 5 ideas for you. You'll see that I really mix things up throughout the week. I'm mostly a savory breakfast type of woman, but I'll sneak a little sweet something in there from time to time. For those of you who aren't a big lover of a breakfast, I hope these ideas will kind of just spark something. Would love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know which breakfast idea is calling your name, which one you feel inspired to go and recreate. For more of my recipes, you can head over to my website, go and check out all of my recipe ebooks over there. Let's jump right into this week of breakfast ideas. Let's go, let's do it. Big pot of tea for today. That's gonna steep for at least an hour before I start sipping on it. This is actually a really easy, simple breakfast to put together. I have been obsessed with it. I think I've made it like 3 times in the past week. It's like a pesto baked egg recipe. We're gonna throw mushrooms in there. We're gonna throw spinach in there. I'm actually using a shop bought pesto. So yeah, very straightforward, very easy. A really gorgeous way to prepare eggs. If you don't want anything basic, but you want simplicity, this is the recipe for you. So we are going to start off by chopping up our mushrooms, just roughly chopping them, and grabbing our pan, heating the pan on like a low to medium heat, and placing our chopped mushrooms in with a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and just mixing everything well for a few minutes. When the mushrooms pick up a little bit of a golden color, you can throw the pesto in and just mix everything once again. Depending on the type of pesto you use, you may want to add more, it may need more, or it may need less. I would recommend adding in some chickpeas. That's what I've been doing. So I'm definitely gonna just drain some of these off and add some in. But yeah, I threw in the cooked chickpeas and just mixed them well with the mushrooms and the pesto, just making sure that they were covered well. If you don't have chickpeas on hand, but you have any other type of bean, butter bean, or you have lentils, they would both work really well for this. It's very rare that I miss a day where I don't start off with some type of green. So I'm just gonna roughly chop this spinach up. So just stir that spinach in, just cooking for a couple of minutes. Like I mentioned with the chickpeas, similar to the greens, if you want to swap spinach out for any other type of green, you can do that. Kale would work really well also. So I just like to make like little spaces for the eggs to get cracked into. And we are going to crack our eggs into the spaces. I'm like a 3-egg type of woman. Let me know how many eggs you like in the morning. Used to be 2, but then I just found, oh, it just wasn't full enough. I need 3. So season the eggs with some salt and pepper. If you have a lid for your pan and that works in the oven, perfect. If not, don't worry, you can leave it without a lid. And also if you want to cook your eggs on the stove, that would also work perfectly too. I just don't know, something about baking the eggs for me, which I love. So I topped my pesto chickpea baked eggs with some coconut yogurt, some fresh parsley, a little bit more black pepper, and yeah, just served this up. Okay, let's give it a taste. Ooh. Perfect. One tip, make sure you get like a good brand of chickpeas, because it does. I always say like chickpeas just make all the difference. Wow. So moving on to my Tuesday breakfast, I whipped up some scrambled eggs, avocado and plantain. This is like the holy trinity, this combination, you just can never go wrong. So I'll be needing a plantain, which these days I always have a ripe plantain on hand, just for those, you know, emergency moments. And of course, we'll be needing some avocado, which we are just going to put into a bowl, and really, really simple. It's been done a million times. Give it some salt, squeeze over some lime, and just mash it up. I chopped up some fresh coriander because I just thought, why not? That would go really well. Whenever possible, you know I'm throwing a bag full of herbs in whatever I'm cooking. So I only needed half a plantain. Sometimes I feel like a whole one, but today I just felt like half. So yeah, just cut my plantain into slices, and I cooked my plantain in some coconut oil. You could use whatever fat you want to use. Sometimes I use ghee, sometimes I use olive oil. I also sprinkled a little sea salt on top just to bring out that sweetness. Yum. I then followed on by cracking my eggs into a bowl. I used 3 eggs and I just whisked them really well. I know there's a lot of noise about non-stick pans, and it's something to be mindful, of course, but I just don't like to get caught up in all of that. Like, I'll use my non-stick pan when I want to, and this morning was one of those mornings. I didn't fancy using my stainless steel pan, which sometimes I do use to scramble my eggs, but this morning I wanted to use the non-stick. So yeah, I just cooked my eggs. I usually just throw them into like a medium heated pan and then completely turn the heat off and then just kind of like stir them for like another minute or so until they are cooked to my liking. So a breakfast like this just really sets me up for my day. It fuels me well, it's satiating, and most importantly, it tastes incredible. Wednesday was an example of a kind of sweeter breakfast that I enjoy. So I had some brown rice and oat blueberry porridge. I often have some leftover grain in my fridge, so whether that be quinoa, which I know you guys have seen me make a quinoa porridge before. On this day, I had some leftover brown rice, which has actually been one of my favorite type of porridge grains that I've used for years. There is not a day that goes past where I don't eat like a handful of blueberries. I love them. I also added in some protein powder. This is a vegan protein powder by a company called Form. It's just the plain one, and I use it every now and then. For this breakfast, I also included some hemp seeds, which I'm just going through an absolute hemp seed craze at the moment. I'm just adding them on absolutely everything. If you know that you're going to have some type of oat porridge from the night before, it's probably best to soak them beforehand. Obviously, I didn't do that in this case. So yeah, I just added in my oats to a pan. So I threw in some almond milk, some cinnamon, and I just began to stir everything, just heating everything gently. So I like to kind of thicken my oats up before I add in the brown rice. I use the same technique when I'm using quinoa. So I threw my brown rice in, I rinsed off my blueberries before throwing my blueberries in also. I swirled in a little bit of coconut milk just because I wanted some extra creaminess, and almond milk just doesn't do that for me. I almost forgot, but I added in my protein powder too. I cook my blueberries down until they've really softened and almost like exploded. Well, they have exploded, and the whole porridge turns like a blueberry color. So I served this brown rice and oat blueberry porridge with some Greek yogurt. You could use any yogurt, of course, don't have to say that, but I love some thick Greek yogurt topped with some hemp seeds, a little swirl of honey, and I was ready to enjoy this gorgeous breakfast. If I do have a breakfast that's kind of on the sweeter side, I will add things like some Greek yogurt and lots of hemp seeds, and just make sure that it's also like a protein-rich breakfast too. For all of you that enjoy a good porridge, I know that you are going to adore this one. I went through a period of making this bone broth bowl like every day. I love a warming, nourishing, soothing start to my day. And whenever my body's in need of those elements, this is the breakfast that I turn to. So the trick is you want a really good tasting bone broth. I'm in the UK, I found that this is probably the best tasting one that I've had. It's the chicken one from Borough Broth Company. For my breakfast on this day, I had some steamed like cubed sweet potato just in my fridge. So I thought, why not throw it in there with some cabbage that needed using and a leek. So those were my vegetables. I also like to kind of bulk it out with some noodles, and I had, as you can see, some leftover chickpeas which needed using, so I thought I would throw those in too. And I topped it with some kimchi and a couple of eggs. I also used a little bit of tamari just for seasoning, and some shichimi. I hope I'm saying it right. It's like a toasted spicy sesame seed blend. So I grabbed the pans that I needed, one for the broth and one to boil my eggs, and I opened up that bone broth and just poured it into one of the pans, the larger pan, on a gentle heat, and just began chopping up all of my vegetables. So I finally chopped up that Savoy cabbage along with that leek, which I just gave a really, really good wash. You want to make sure your leek is washed really well. So yeah, just chopped up my cabbage and leeks and threw them into the warm bone broth along with the steamed sweet potatoes, which are already cooked, and those leftover chickpeas. I love a 6-minute 45-second jammy yolked egg. That for me is perfection. So after letting the vegetables cook down, once they had kind of softened, maybe after like 8 to 10 minutes, I placed in those rice noodles along with some kelp, which I just randomly found. Why not throw some extra nourishment, some extra sea vegetables in there if I can. So yeah, that's what I did. So once the rice noodles had softened, I threw my noodle broth into a bowl. I topped with some fresh coriander, seasoned with a little bit of tamari, added over some sesame seeds along with some kimchi and my eggs. Actually, I only added one because I had had the other one before I was really hungry. In terms of food, ingredients that make me feel my best, this breakfast has everything: the bone broth, the eggs, the fermented food, the kimchi, grounding root vegetable like sweet potato, a delicious cruciferous vegetable like cabbage. This one has it all. It really really does. So Friday's breakfast were these plantain and oat pancakes. Remember, I chopped it up in the week when I had that other half left over. So I thought, what do I fancy today? And yeah, pancakes came to mind. I thought it would be great to blend them with some oats and also throw an egg in there. I wanted to top my pancakes, there's no surprise here, with some blueberries and some Greek yogurt. So I pulled out my high-speed blender. I really need to get a small compact blender because sometimes pulling a Vitamix out for something like this is crazy. I threw in the oats along with some baking powder. I also threw in some cinnamon, and then I just peeled and chopped this very super ripe plantain, which looks like this. This is when you know, no, that is no good for frying. You just need to chop that up and throw it in something like a pancake mix. I actually added some yogurt into the pancake mixture along with a little touch of vanilla essence, some egg and some almond milk. So I threw that high-speed blender on and just blitzed until everything was smooth. So this was the consistency that I was in search for my pancake batter. Perfect. You can let your pancake batter sit in the fridge if you want to. I always prefer to if I have time, but definitely this morning I didn't have time. So I just cooked it up straight away. I used a little bit of butter. You can use some coconut oil or whatever, fat that you want to cook your pancakes in. So I cooked the pancakes until they were golden on both sides. I have this tiny pan, so it would only fit one pancake in at a time. So I just cooked 3 pancakes up, and I also wanted some cooked down blueberries to top them. So I just threw some blueberries into a pan, threw in a touch of water and just let them heat and kind of break down before serving them with the pancakes. I placed on top some Greek yogurt, those cooked down blueberries, some hemp seeds, and a good swirl of maple syrup. Absolutely gorgeous, hit the spot, just what I needed for my Friday morning. These were incredible. If that leftover overly ripe plantain is looking at you and you have no idea what to do with it, well, I recommend you give this recipe a try. I often make a big deal about breakfast. It's just such an important time of the day for me, but work with whatever time frame you have. Some of the ideas that I've shared are easier to put together and take no time at all. Some may be a little longer. Let me know in the comments if you will try out any of these that I've just shared with you. I will see you all in my next video very, very soon. See you all. Take care. Bye.